And I gotta tell you, it was not so much a coming-of-age experience for me as a baseball player, but a coming-of-age experience for me as an adult person, as a man. And I learned a lot in the minors about who I am and what my values are in life. And one of the biggest things that I learned about playing baseball is that baseball isn't the end-all be-all of my being. Baseball does not define who I am, which is contrary thinking to a world where jobs and titles and station define the character of who the people that hold those things are. Baseball is what I do. It's a job, and it's a great job. Don't get me wrong, it's fun and it's fulfilling in a lot of ways, but I will never let that job dictate what my value is to myself and to everyone around me. And when I think I learned that baseball had a role to play in my life, but it wasn't my life, it was a tool to be used and not a master, I realized that I could do a lot of great things with baseball, and I realized I could have a lot of enjoyment with baseball. And I also realized that I could walk away from baseball and be satisfied with who I was and where I was going. I think the thing about writing about baseball is that you can rely mostly on writing about big names or giving inside scoops on people, because people are always desperate for behind-the-scenes information on celebrity personas. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to use, again, the tool of baseball, the platform of baseball, to kind of have a moral agenda. So I wanted to tell people that the inside world of baseball was not as glamorous as everyone thinks it is, how John Fogerty writes about it when he talks about "put me in, coach." It's not always that easy, it's not always that romantic. It's definitely something that people need to count the cost of before they get involved with, because you can wake up one day and realize that years of your life are gone in service to this sport, and you have nothing to show for it except boring stories of glory days, So when I came up as a big leaguer, it was kind of like a justification of all that time spent, but there was also an expectation for the big leagues to justify all the time that I put in. And in a lot of ways it did, and in a lot of ways it didn't. In fact, I think that the big leagues wouldn't be such a fulfilling experience if I didn't have the book in tandem with it, because I guess the book kind of made sense of all the struggles, because the struggles are where a man is made. It's where the player is kind of brought to maturation. The big leagues is just the prize he wins for being a good player. So I think that the book really played a pivotal role in my development as a person, while the big leagues really justified my sacrifices as a player. Any player who gets into baseball and expects it to kind of define their existence is kind of missing the mark. Baseball is a great job. It's an awesome experience, and you should definitely sacrifice to do it, because the big leagues does, oh man, it's a great experience. I hope that everyone who puts on a pair of spikes gets a chance to experience just a taste of it, because it's a wild ride up there. But I will say that putting all your eggs in one basket is dangerous in life, period. And whether it's writing or another art form or some other pursuit or education, go after those things with the same tenacity you would the bigs, because they will all pay dividends in your life, and they all help you grow as a person. And in the end, developing a big league personality is better than just being a big league guy and nothing else.